the one, the only, Bencio Land.
Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Ideally speaking, as we finish today the 12th chapter in this book, 10 really dumb mistakes that very smart couples make. In the first half of the chapter, we're talking about appreciating your spouse for all the different things they do for you, and trying to rectify that if you don't appreciate it. Here, he continues to talk about that, and he talks about two different things. First of all, he talks about that you should write down a list. Write down a list of things that you appreciate that your spouse does. He says a woman who gets ready for Shabbos, right? It says at the beginning for Shabbos, women will, can't find it right now, but women will do 30 to 50 things between shopping and cooking and cleaning and polishing and getting the house ready for Shabbos. That's an enormous dedication that she has to get ready for Shabbos. A person would appreciate what his wife does. He could tell her that he appreciates what she does, or even if he's embarrassed to write on a card, he says, and give it to her, do appreciation. And the second thing he talks about is more than appreciation, it's actually a compliment, meaning not just saying that I appreciate the things you did, but also complimenting her for the things that she does for you, or the woman complimenting her husband. He says, the power of praise, even more than we hate being taken for granted, we love acknowledgement. It's a human trait to love praise. A sincere compliment is uplifting and invigorating. It puts wind in your sails and gas in your engine. You feel a sort of warm glow inside. A smile comes to your lips. Your step gets lighter. Your whole self lights up. You might have been in a bad mood, but suddenly the sun is shining, music is playing, and everything is right in the world. Rule number 1, if you want people to hate you, find what they do wrong and let them know. Rule number 2, if you want people to like you, find what they do right and let them know. Okay, I think this is mentioned in Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends, How to Win Over People. You compliment them. Now, the problem with complimenting, I'm all for complimenting, but it has to be a genuine compliment that comes because you notice something or someone does something for you, or you feel it's the right time to compliment them because you really mean it. People can tell when it's a real compliment and when you're just patronizing them. And when you have ulterior motives, you give someone a compliment because you want them to like you, or you want them to feel good, or whatever reason you want to give them a compliment, not because you genuinely are taken aback by what they did and you really feel they deserve a compliment because it really left an impression on you, something they did. That's a genuine compliment, like he says, that does so much for a person. A person gets a compliment, they can give them a high for 2 or 3 days, literally. One compliment from anybody about anything they do. In the same way a negative, remark makes them feel pretty bad, especially if they're very sensitive. I know on YouTube, I would say about 70% of the compliments of the comments I get are negative, which is just the way social media is. People point out your flaws. It's a competition, I guess. I've developed thick skin to this. I usually ignore it. But the comments that are nice, I really appreciate. And I tell the person thank you because I feel like it's a genuine compliment that people are really giving. If most people are saying negative things and when someone says a positive thing, it means they really mean it. I'm not somebody someone famous who people flatter all the time. You go on some of these other channels on YouTube and you see, some of the singers and some of the more well-established names. Oh, you're amazing. Your song is amazing. Your interview is amazing. You can't do a better job like this. Is amazing, amazing, amazing. And literally, you go through 100 comments, and they all say the person's amazing. And on every video they make, and it's like, I'm watching them. 98% of videos people make are not that good, So why do people compliment? They compliment on songs that aren't even good. It's not real praise. And I'm sure the people who produce these videos and get the compliments, they probably just scroll through them and it has no effect on them because they realize it's not. I hope that has no effect on them because they're being patronized and it's not a genuine compliment. And a spouse can tell us when it's a genuine compliment or not a genuine compliment. And it is very important to compliment. Even when you're dating, it's important. My wife still remembers that when I dated with her, I complimented on her watch. She had a nice Michael Kors watch. I thought it was nice. I just complimented, off the cuff. It wasn't, I wanted to make her like me. I just thought it was a nice watch, so I complimented it. I wasn't going there, okay, I get her 3 compliments, one in the beginning of the day, one in the middle of the day, one at the end of the day. No, that's bogus. It's flattery, In Hebrew, it's called chanifa. Basically, you're just patronizing. You're trying to flatter people to get them to like you. And if that's your whole purpose over here, that's not going to help you in marriage. So the 2 points I like to say to his 2 points is that, first of all, number one, acknowledging things that the person does, but that's part of a marriage. A husband is supposed to do certain things. He's supposed to take care of the house, not take care of the house. The woman's supposed to take care of the house. The man is supposed to take care of finances, control the finances, earn the money, fix things in the house, discipline the children, and things like that, and be a good husband to his wife, take her out once in a while, spend time with her. Those are duties of a husband. Duties of a wife are taking care of the children, taking care of the house, cooking, cleaning, cooking for Shabbos, making sure everything is in order in the house, whatever she can do. And also, to show interest in her husband is also, and to groom herself properly for her husband. So those are things that a woman has to do. So when you go ahead and look for these things or write them down on a piece of paper like he suggests, acknowledging things that someone's supposed to do is basically worthless, right? You go and compliment a teacher for teaching. That's what they're supposed to do. They're getting paid to do that. Anyone's getting paid to do that, that is their compliment. The paycheck that they get is their compliment because they're doing their job. So to compliment someone on something that they're obligated to do according to the Torah, according to the Ksuba, is not something which, first of all, it's kind of flattery. It's patronizing them, and second of all, it's not something they deserve, recognition for. Yes, you're fulfilling your duties. Some people don't fulfill these duties, but first of all, there's no it's sort of flattering, and second of all, it's not going to have an effect on the person because they're recognizing things for they're supposed to do. Compliments that are effective, when you compliment someone off the cuff, you compliment, wow, that dress looks good on you, wow, this food is really good, If you're constantly, every time your wife is cooking food and you're saying, this is amazing, this dish is amazing, no, you could say thank you for making it. Thank you is normal. Thank you is appreciation. Talk about, oh, you worked so hard to cook this meal. You had to go to the grocery and buy the rice and buy the peppers and buy the tuna and mix it all together and turn on the fire and put in the oil. And, it gets a little too much after a while. Yeah, say thank you. Appreciate. Thank you is imperative for anybody, any relationship. Someone does something for you, whether they're obligated to do it or not. Thank you is in order. But if it's okay, the food, or you don't happen to like it, don't compliment it. Don't say anything. Yeah, but if it's really good, save the compliments for when you really mean it, because otherwise it gets worthless. And you say, oh, this is amazing, amazing. When it's really amazing, she'll have no way of knowing. She'll know the times when it's not that good. She's eating the same food. She'll know it's patronizing. And then when it's really good, it won't mean anything, because she'll think you're saying the same thing all the time. So save those compliments for when it's really special, off the cuff, right? Wow, you look really nice tonight, or, that dress really looks really nice on you. If the dress doesn't look nice on her, don't say anything. If she asks you how it looks, say very nice, But save the really nice compliments for when you really mean it. This way it'll be genuine, and it'll have that effect, that true effect. She won't see right through it. She'll know this is a real compliment. And the same way for a woman with a husband, if you're planning to compliment, you're writing things down that she does so you can compliment her and give it as a card to her. I mean, what is that? What is that? Is that normal? It's kind of crazy over here. So that's really what I have to say about this. It's a short chapter over here, so we're going to end over here. But that's basically, to summarize, is that appreciation and compliments should be used sporadically, not used all the time. You should be thankful, but a basic thanks is more than enough for what a person is supposed to do for you. And when you compliment them on something genuine and something that's spontaneous and something that really surprises you. So that way it'll have the intended effect and really cause your spouse to be uplifted. I hope you enjoyed today's lecture. See you in the next one.